And if you know that you're going to be speaking next, please stand in line. And
thank you, Board and Superintendent Raymond. I do thank you for hearing me, and I want to address the complaint that I have heard that it's a few disgruntled teachers that are fighting change at Hiram Johnson. We've had change nonstop. My whole time I've been at Johnson, I've been here 13 years. We've had program after program. We've had SLCs, we've had different administrators, we've had 6 different principals in the last 12 years. We've seen nothing but change. We've put our shoulder to the wheel, we've been devoted to every program that is brought in. No one has ever complained before this year that we are disgruntled teachers fighting change. But this isn't change. This is throwing out kids out of school to raise our test scores. This is retaliation against teachers. This is transfer of teachers who are not in the right camp. And that's a quote from our principal. As a matter of fact, in our faculty meeting today, he referred to his camp, which are here. And by the way, they're great teachers, and we're really fortunate to have them with us. But intimidation and transfers, kicking out students, this is not progressive change. This isn't something we can point to with pride. We need to build a school with a leader that is an old-fashioned leader, somebody who is a team builder, somebody who's here for the long haul, somebody who has respect for professionals, somebody who can harness the energy in this room. This is not a disgruntled crowd. These are parents, teachers, and kids who are very much want the best education at Hiram Johnson possible. Please bring us a leader who can harness this energy and bring people together.
Good evening, board members. I'm Vlastimil Krbeček, and I'm Hiram Johnson High School teacher. I've been teaching there for 80 years, including my student teaching. With some of the people here, I know them very well. And I have to say that what I'm hearing here is not really true. And I would like to bring some positive comments because we heard enough negative comments. This year, with this administration, is the first time I see administration that is willing to take charge and actually focus on student learning, test scores, CSDs, and improve academic environment in our school. The support that I heard is not given to pathways. Well, I wouldn't agree again because it is given to the pathways. I'm a lead of Health and Medical Sciences pathway. I had a chance this year to start and continue my pathway and had all the meetings that we were asked for. And every time when I came into administration with specific problem, I got a response. So the comments you hear are subjective, the same way like it's my subjective. It's a personal experience. Administration supports positive movement in our school. And I would like you to consider that. And again, for example, we are also supporting with all our field trips, with recruitment events. We have a recruitment actually tomorrow. You can come and see how all the pathways have a chance to present themselves. And basically, there are 4 students there. Everybody can make their own choice, and therefore our students should make the right choice too. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. The next 4 people?
Our next 4 comments are from David Allen, Robert Whitehead, and I apologize if I mispronounced the name, Fonvale Kamivan, and Renisha Thompson.
And if, please, the people come up and start lining up behind the speaker so that we can start, having people readily available to speak.
Good evening, board. Good evening, Mr. Raymond. We had a brief discussion 2 weeks ago, and unfortunately, I don't think you answered my questions. Board, I know that you've been aware of the circumstances regarding Hiram Johnson, but I would like to start off with a story as well. 4 years ago, actually, our previous superintendent actually invited me to come and speak about the great changes that we were experiencing at Hiram Johnson 4 years ago. We had 3 years of great momentum, 3 years of collaboration, 3 years of students that were getting more involved in ASB, more involved in student activities. And because of the community that was being built at Johnson, we had more student involvement in school, which is what we were all looking forward to, students that are involved in their education. That all came to a screaming halt when you appointed Mr. Cedros as our principal. In fact, it was very early in June of last year when he came on campus and told us that he was going to take this train wreck, this mess, and fix it. He also told us that he was going to save the school. In the name of innovation, he has completely put everything that was good at a standstill. We are not working collaboratively. One of my colleagues just mentioned a great divorce. I haven't heard that yet, but I would almost think that if I followed it long enough, yeah, I can see where that's going. This is not pleasant. And it's not pleasant to have to stand here and tell you that we have troubles and we have problems. It's not pleasant to tell you that you now have a burden in front of you because obviously our superintendent doesn't share the burden that we share at Johnson. Thank you.
Mr. Superintendent, Board, my name is Robert Whitehead. I'm a proud member of A.M. Wynn Elementary School, third grade teacher, and a proud member of Sacramento Teachers Association as the building rep. I believe that the students and teachers of Hiram Johnson should be exercising and have their right to free speech and free assembly. And obviously it has been denied. And we call upon you to act accordingly. I heard that there's no tennis shoes. The teachers can't wear tennis shoes, so I'm wearing my tennies to support them because they're very comfortable and you teach very well in them. I also heard that they're not allowed to have water and food in the classroom, and I think that if you're going to have a good classroom, you need to have little snacks every once in a while and have some good water to drink. And I think that they should not be allowed. They should be allowed to do that, and the principal, Hiram Johnson, doesn't allow it. So fast forward, I do think that from the previous speaker, hearing that there were some teachers that were given non-reelects, I believe that you should give a non-reelect to the principal, and I think all the decisions he made that have hurt the students of Hiram Johnson High School, they should all be reversed. And if we're going to treat students first, we need to protect their Bill of Rights, the freedom of speech, the freedom of assembly. And I think that if you did this, it would be much better. And the question is, why did he do these things anyway? Let's support the teachers. Let's support the students, not let's undermine them. Thank you very much.
No, I mean, wait. But we were glad that you were closer now.
Thanks. I try to be real quick because I think my meds are wearing off.
Can you restart it, please? Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Pamvalai Kamavan, and I am a resource specialist at Hiram Johnson. I've been there for 9 years. Last May, I wrote a letter to superintendent asking for change in making sure that Hiram Johnson actually became a priority, meaning I didn't realize that his definition of a priority was quite different from ours as educators when he actually placed our current principal and his admin team there. But all in all, I'm here to support our students. I commend them for putting all this together because I've been at home on disability and reading the event, I was like, wow. So we're going to stop there. But what I have in mind is what makes a good principal, a good teacher, a good student? The number one answer is no doubt respect. All I'm asking today, and I hope many of you agree, is to please find someone who exudes respect. Someone who is real, experienced, serious, purposeful, exceptional, confident, and tremendous. That all spells respect. We don't see that in our current principal. Only then will the quality of education and the welfare of our students become meaningful. Hiram Johnson needs leadership who can bring together, not leaders determined to rip us apart. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, greetings, greetings to the board. I apologize now for going overtime because
Your
I
name?
definitely will be going overtime.
Your name?
Rainisha Thompson. Many of you know me by name and some of you don't. I also work alongside Arthur as Student Advisory Council President. I'm currently a senior at Hiram Johnson High School and I'm speaking to you today even though I'm scared of that my administration at my school will retaliate against me for speaking to you publicly. Today, we are here to express what truly has been going on at Johnson in the Warrior hallways. You have seen us multiple times this school year for some things as great as the Warriors participating in the Warrior Sunrise on the first day of school, and for some as bad as students fighting to have their sports back after the new school year. This year has been the toughest year anyone has seen. 2 deaths, a walkout, and multiple fights on campus. The administration this year has caused difficulties out of this world. Examples of things that no longer exist or have been changed for the worse because of Mr. Cedros and the other administration: gang violence suppression program, free on-campus health clinic, student activities, linked learning paths, special education programs, block schedule, graduation, student schedules, English learning language programs, on-campus technology programs, Healthy Start, and counselors. Students here today will go on much more in detail about the specifics. With each of these programs disappearing and deteriorating, leading teachers and adults have been terminated along with them. Staff this year has whispered to us that they no longer can work in a hostile environment and are leaving the school or have already left. Our motive is not to only save jobs, it's to save the programs that these people are behind. After watching the documentary, Waiting on Superman, Superintendent said in his letter to the staff on October 7th, 2010, and I quote, "I came away from the movie with an overwhelming sense that we have to stop blaming teachers for problems that have multiple causes, ranging from poor administration, oversight, and accountability to lack of parent engagement. I know how hard teachers work to educate every child and challenge students of their ability level. We need to work equally hard to give our teachers the tools and supports they need to be successful. Let's stop scapegoating and come together to find solutions that work."
Rainisha, I'm sorry, but I need to be as fair as I need to with everybody else. How long do you have left? And because you need to kind of wrap it up. And if you have a written statement that you can share with the rest of the board.
Right, I'll give it to you. I'm almost in, definitely.
Just a few seconds.
I'm almost done. I promise you, I'm almost done. So I asked myself, if superintendent believe in such details, why have your students underneath administration who said themselves they are here to educate and not to love? Hiram